Om Sri Sai Ram. Request you, sir, to declare the convocation open.
I declare the convocation open.
श्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आन शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्।
पतये नमः निधनपतान्तिकाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः सुवर्णाय नमः सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमः दिव्याय नमः दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः भवाय नमः भवलिङ्गाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवलिङ्गाय नमः ज्वलाय नमः ज्वललिङ्गाय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः परमाय नमः परमलिङ्गाय नमः एतत् सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वलिङ्गस्थापयति पाणिमन्त्रं पवित्रम् सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः भवे भवे नाति भवे भवस्व मां भवोद्भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकरणाय नमो बलविकरणाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतदमनाय नमो नमोन्मनाय नमः अघोरेभ्यो तघोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वशर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ईशान सर्वविद्यानामीश्वर सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपते ब्रह्मणोऽधिपते ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो नमो हिरण्यबाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतय उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः रतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः सर्वो वै रुद्रस्तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु पुरुषो वै रुद्रः सन्महो नमो नमः विश्वं भूतं भुवनं चित्रं बहुधा जातं जायमानं शयत सर्वो ह्येष रुद्रस्तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु कद्रुद्राय प्रचेतसे मीढुष्टमाय तव्यसे वोचेम सन्तमगं हृदे सर्वो ह्येष
जाता वेदसे सुनवामसो ममरति अतो निदहति वेदः सनः परिषकति दुर्गानि विश्वा नावेद सिन्धुं दुरितात्यग्निः तामग्निवर्णा तपसा ज्वलन्तीं विरोचनीं कर्णफलेषु जुष्टां दुर्गा देवी गुं शरणमहं पद्येस्तु तरसितरसे नमः अग्ने त्वं पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्ति विरति दुर्गानि विश्वा पुरुष पृथ्वी बहुलान उर्वी भवातो गायतनया यशयोः विश्वानिनो दुर्गः जातवेद सिन्धुं ननावा दुरितातिपर्षि
स्माकं बोध्यविता तनूनाम् कृतनाजितगुं सहमानमुग्रमग्निगुं भुवि अपरमासधस्तात् स नः परिषतति दुर्गाणि विश्वाक्षामद्देवो अतिदुरितात्यग्निः निषिक्तं तवेन्द्रविष्णो ननु सञ्चरेमा नाकस्य पृष्ठमभिसंवसा नो वैष्णवीं लोक इह मादयन्ताम् ॐ कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो शान्ति शान्तिः।
सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अथ पुरुषो ह वै नारायणो कामयत प्रजासृजेयेति नारायणात् प्राणो जायते मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापः पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी नारायणात् ब्रह्मा जायते नारायणाद् रुद्रो जायते नारायणादिन्द्रो जायते नारायणात् प्रजापतयः प्रजायन्ते नारायणात् द्वादशादित्या रुद्रा वसवः सर्वाणि च छन्दागुंसि नारायणादेव समुत्पद्यन्ते नारायणे प्रवर्तन्ते नारायणे प्रलीयन्ते। ॐ अथ नित्यो नारायणः ब्रह्मा नारायणः शिवश्च नारायणः शक्रश्च नारायणः द्यावा पृथिव्यौ चायनः दिशश्च नारायणः ऊर्ध्वश्च नारायणः अधश्च नारायणः अन्तर्बहिश्च नारायणः नारायण एवेदगुं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यं निष्कलो निरञ्जनो निर्विकल्पो निराख्यातः शुद्धो देव एको नारायणः न द्वितीयोऽस्ति कश्चित् य एवं वेद स विष्णुरेव भवति स विष्णुरेव भवति ओमित्यग्रे व्याहरेत् नम इति पश्चात् नारायणायेत्युपरिष्टात् ओमित्येकाक्षरं नम इति द्वे अक्षरे नारायणायेति पञ्चाक्षराणि एतद्वै नारायणस्याष्टाक्षरं पदं यो ह वै नारायणस्याष्टाक्षरं पदमध्येति अनपब्रवः सर्वमायुरेति विन्दते प्राजापत्यगं रायस्पोषं गौपत्यं ततोऽमृतत्वमश्नुते ततोऽमृतत्वमश्नुत इति य एवं वेद प्रत्यगानन्दं ब्रह्मपुरुषं प्रणवस्वरूपम् अकार उकारमकार इति तानेकदा समभरत्तदेतदोमिति यमुक्त्वा मुच्यते योगी जन्म संसारबन्धनात्। ॐ नमो नारायणायेति मन्त्रोपासकः वैकुण्ठभुवनलोकं गमिष्यति तदिदं परं पुण्डरीकं विज्ञानघनं तस्मात् तदिदावन्मात्रं ब्रह्मण्यो देवकी पुत्रो ब्रह्मण्यो मधुसूदनो सर्वभूतस्तमेकं नारायणं कारणरूपमकार परब्रह्मो एतदतर्वशिरो योधीते प्रातरधीयानो रात्रिकृतं पापं नाशयति सायमधीयानो दिवसकृतं पापं नाशयति माद्यन्दिनमादित्याभिमुखो दीयानः पञ्चपातकोपपातकात् प्रमुच्यते सर्ववेदपारायण पुण्यं लभते नारायण सायुज्यमवाप्नोति नारायण सायुज्यमवाप्नोति य एवं ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
योपां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति चन्द्रमा वा अपां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति अग्निर्वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति यो अग्निरायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वा अग्निरायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति वायुर्वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति यो वायोरायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वै वायोरायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति असौ वै तपन्नपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति यो मुष्यतपत आयतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वा अमुष्यतपत आयतनम् आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति चन्द्रमा वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति यश्चन्द्रमस आयतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वै चन्द्रमस आयतनम् आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति नक्षत्राणि वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति यो नक्षत्राणामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वै नक्षत्राणामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद यः पर्जन्यस्यायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वै पर्जन्यस्यायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति संवत्सरो वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति यः संवत्सरस्यायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वै संवत्सरस्यायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योऽप्सुनावं प्रतिष्ठितां वेद प्रत्येव तिष्ठति ॐ राजाधिराजाय प्रसह्य साहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामां कामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वैश्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ यदक्षरप्रदभ्रिष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देवनारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा बुद्धं
गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि
संघं शरणं गच्छामि अशीवहो वहिष्ठे अस्ति उष्टास्ति उष्टामय यतशादोनाय एलोहेनु Adonai
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim 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 La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Allah Allah La ilaha illallah Allah
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
Please rise for the national anthems of the United States of America and India.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad skies and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts that glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा
तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाये तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Please resume your seats.
Sairam, everyone. How are you doing today? Good? All right. What a fantastic start to today's program. Okay. My most humble salutations at the lotus feet of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And I welcome you all to today's graduation ceremony of the SSSE year 2023-24. Today I have Adya, who will be co-hosting this program with me. And this year is indeed a special occasion as we get together to celebrate our beloved students within the SSSE program. It is also the first time that Jersey City Sai Center has 2 students who have completed all the 12 years of the SSSE program. Let's give them a big round of applause. Those who do not know or those who are new to the program, there are 4 groups, group 1, 2, 3, 4, and each of the group consists of 3 years. So that comes to 12 years of the program, and these 2 graduating kids have completed the journey of these 12 years. So they definitely deserve a big appreciation for that. On top of their graduation, today is also the special day because it is the International Father's Day. And we have a lovely surprise to all the fathers present here later on in the program. Yes, Adya.
Sairam, everyone.
Sairam.
So, as you just heard us kick off our program with some lovely Vedas that all the students have prepared. And these Vedam chanting was something that they prepared since September of last year. So, it's really remarkable to see how far, they have come since then, and being able to chant so effortlessly and fluently today. So let's give them a big round of applause for that. Likewise, Ishwarama Day was recently celebrated collectively by multiple centers in the larger Jersey area, and our center was one to participate in that program that was held in Edison, New Jersey. And our students put on a great performance there as well. So we would like to share part of that performance with you all today. So let's begin by giving our salutations to Lord Ganesha through a dance performance by our group 2 and 3 girls.
Ooh, let's go.
गजवदन वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय दशावतारी आम्ही धरितो तुमचेच पाय दशावतारी आम्ही धरितो तुमचेच पाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सुखकर्ता दुःखहर्ता माता विघ्नाची पूर्वी पूर्वी प्रेम कृपा जयाची सर्वांगी सुंदर विषेंदुराची कंठी झळके माळ मुक्ता फळाची जय देव 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 रत्न खचित फरा तुझ गौरी पुरा चंदनाची उटी कुंकुम केशरा हिरे जडिता मुकुट शोभतो बरा झुळझुळती नुपुरे चरणी लागर्या जय देव 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 कृतत्ताण लंबोदर कृतत्ताण वेंकटेश्वर कृतत्ताण धात्रक देखिट तनक देखिट तनक देखिट कृतत्ताण धात्रक देखिट तनक तनक धात्रक देखिट कृतत्ताण 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 स्तवितो तुम्हा संकट अमुचे विलयाला स्तवितो तुम्हा संकट अमुचे विलयाला जाओ स्तवितो तुम्हा संकट अमुचे विलयाला जाओ हे गजवदन वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय लंबोदर पीतांबर प्रेमर वंदना सरळ सोंड वक्रतुण्ड त्रिनयना वाचा वाचा वाटा हे सदना संकटी पावावे निर्वाणी रक्षावे सुरवर वंदना जय देव जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव 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 जय देव
Thank you, girls. Thank you for that really soulful performance. Special mention to Kanti because she was the one who had choreographed this dance and managing all their studies, all the classes and a busy routine. These girls came up with a beautiful performance. It is time now to call upon the stage celebrities of today's program. So we would like to call upon Anirudh and Khyati to share with us the reflections of the journey of the past 12 years. What do they feel when they look back today, at their journey, how exciting it was. Was it hard or was it easy or was it challenging? We would like to know a few things from you. So let's hear it. I would first call upon Anirudh, followed by Khyati. Let's go, Anirudh. Thank you.
All right, Saram, everyone. I offer my most humble pranams to the lotus feet of our God, Guru, and best friend, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Greetings to our respected elders, gurus, and a loving Sairam to my fellow SSSE students on this monumental day. I hope you are all just as excited as us to celebrate and embark on this new chapter of our lives. As I reflect back on the 12 years of SSSE, I appreciate how far I've come, but also how much learning was done in order to reach this point. When my friends used to come over to my house as a kid, wide smile and bright orange robe naturally jogged their interest. Since I was not confident in my ability to tell them that they were staring at an omnipresent being, I deflected and said he was a part of our family, or that he was our friend. Little did I know about the journey that SSSE would take me on to help me understand my true relationship with Swami and what he meant to me. In the beginning, Bal Vikas started out as a small class in a house near Journal Square, with our very own Jagannathan uncle telling a story about an unintelligent rice farmer. We had all laughed at the farmer back then, but the overall moral and spiritual ideas never really stuck to me. Regardless, I kept coming back as a result of the immense joy, sense of community with the people I felt there. However, many of these classes kept emphasizing the importance of Swami's words in our lives, which brought up many questions in my head about who he was. As our center began to grow bigger, we eventually started hosting SSSE and Bhajans in St. Peter's, which marked a new chapter in my spiritual. It became a lot more serious and discussion-based, which prompted me to think about what God really meant to me in our religion. Is he a king? Is he a saint? Between the time I got to know about Swami and the time I was in group 2, it became more confusing to understand who and what he was, as well as how I should view him. However, I enjoyed all the discussions we had and the projects we designed. From cleaning up litter near our homes to starting a food drive for Saturday service, it felt good to participate in Seva, no matter what form it might take. Learning about the righteous action and human character through the various experiments really fascinated me, as they were all fun to conduct, but also taught us a lesson on how we should think and act in our lives. However, I was still confused about Swami's words and presence, and what they would really mean in my personal life. All of these experiences in group 2 came to a conclusion when we did our final preparation for the graduation ceremony, and eventually moved on to group 3. During this time, the classes began to depart from the traditional ideas of stories and experiments, and we started to gravitate more towards thoughtful discussion on the values and words that Swami left behind, and how we could individually apply that to our lives. From the ideas of meditation and breathing to how we can manage our stress and time, Swami's words of love and affirmation never failed to shed light on the next steps we needed to take to improve ourselves. It felt as if every quote or discourse for each day had been specifically tailored towards my doubt, with one common theme: love. Whether he was talking about the students he pranked or the people who came up to him in search of purpose, his thoughts and actions always stemmed from the immense love he held for others. As we transitioned to the more mature and personal environment of Group 4, our gurus became more oriented towards using Swami's teachings and applying them to particular situations in our lives. One class comes to mind, where we gathered some of Swami's quotes and tried to find ones that applied most to us at that moment. I began reading an article full of lessons and teachings of Sai Baba, in which he said, "Life is a challenge, meet it. Life is a dream, realize it. Life is a game, play it. Life is love, enjoy it." Once again, the theme of love returned. I began to learn more and more about his messages through the conflicts I faced in my daily life and how I plan to solve them through our SSSE classes. If it was an issue of anger or irritability, the answer was forgiveness. If it was an issue of sadness, the answer was to realize the love around you from you, your family, friends, and especially Swami. However, my favorite class of Group 4 was when we were discussing the idea of loving without expectations. If one truly loves another being, the word sacrifice would not be used, since it implies that you are unwillingly giving up something for the sake of the other person. By practicing selflessness, one would not consider this act as sacrifice, but instead as an act of pure prema. Love with expectations is not love, but rather, as Swami calls it, a business deal. Love is a spontaneous offering that stems from the purest of hearts. It became clear to me that God is not a ruler, supernatural being, or just a picture on the wall. God is love. If it were not for the genuine love and care that our beloved SSSE gurus had for students like Yati and we would have been so lucky to experience the lessons and philosophies such as this. I also owe an immense debt to my patient and amazing parents, whose love overcame any difficulty we faced, including teaching me to fix my mistakes, and especially driving me to all those SSSE classes. They were so strong in their will for me to be with God, and I would not be standing before you today if it were not for them. So if there's one thing you take away from today, take this. love one another, love God. In a world where pride, ego, and impurity exist, why can't we all practice and deliver Swami's life message of love all, serve all, help ever, hurt never? Swami, the human blossoms when love enters it. Everyone, let Swami enter your life and surrender yourself to love. That is the value of SSSE. Jai Saram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My most humble, loving pranams at the lotus feet of our guide, guru, and best friend, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. I extend my loving greetings to everyone present here today. Every second of our lives is dependent on making a choice. Cereal first or milk first, hair up or hair down, driving to school or walking to school. No matter how small or large, each of these decisions shapes the path we take in our futures. I'm so grateful I chose to get into Bindu Auntie's car one day in April of 2012 to attend my first ever SSSE class in the Edison Sai Center. Unlike all the other classes my parents tried to enroll me in, such as swimming, dancing, or ice skating, SSSE stood out to me. It was one of the few classes I didn't immediately refuse to attend, which was really a miracle considering I am standing in front of what was going on in my 6-year-old mind at the time, but the storytelling, drawings, and loving teachers I was surrounded by slowly grew on me. Before I knew it, SSSE simply became part of my routine. Eventually, our Jersey City Sai Center's SSSE program was established thanks to some amazing people like Manorama Auntie and Jagannathan Uncle. My first classes at the center began at Sarayuan, remained small though, and that was the best part. We bonded over captivating stories of Swami and older epics, numerous play practices that left both students and gurus in delightful chaos, and dialogue recording sessions graciously hosted at Rushiana's home. I found myself embraced in a bubble of unconditional love and positivity. It was all fun and games though, until my parents and other adults from the center began to tell me that I had to start on my own spiritual path. Being confused on what starting my path could have meant, I looked towards many outlets to appreciate and understand Swami and his teachings. Little incidents would spark my curiosity, enough to explore different ways to connect with the Swami in me. Walking out of one of my first Ritbab celebrations, I didn't realize how observant I'd been of Rushiana's dedication and passion in bhajan singing and composing. But before I knew it, I was out there composing my own bhajans from time to time, connecting to Swami on a wavelength that I felt most aligned with. Although my initial attempts at composing a bhajan resulted in an innocent and odd jumble of Rama with Dwaraka and Shiva with Gopala, it was my first step towards harnessing the power of connection. I came to gradually understand the reality that SSSE was about more than just spending time with the fun-loving people around me. It was about taking a silent commitment to integrate Swami into my life, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. It took several incidents, like when a friend walked into my house and asked who the disco guy at my altar was, for me to grasp that the Swami in my life was not identical to the one in others. In fact, not everyone had a guiding figure like Swami in their lives. As I walked through the halls of middle and high school, I found myself in numerous challenging situations. As I looked around in those moments, there was no Rushiana, Prasadanko, Manorama Auntie, or Bhavna Akka to guide me through them. There was a soft separation between the nurturing environment of SSE and my everyday life, where there were no certainties. While SSSE has definitely provided me with a moral compass, what's the use if it could be swayed by any new influence entering my life? This brings me to what I like to call the purple shirt theory. Imagine you are wearing a white shirt, and someone tells you, "I don't really like the purple shirt you're wearing." You would immediately correct them, knowing that they've mistaken the color of your shirt. Their comment would not bother you in the slightest because you are sure that you're wearing a white shirt. I learned to apply this exact principle to my faith in Swami's teachings. If I was unwaveringly confident in my good conscience and stood my ground on the morals that were shaped by Swami's teachings, there was no negative influence in the world that could shake me. This is the confidence that SSSE instilled in me. I'd like to end with a quote from Swami. "Where is the lotus born? It is born in mud. Where does it live? It lives on the surface of water. The lotus is neither defiled by mud nor wetted by water. Yet it cannot survive even for a second without mud and water. Ultimately, there is no good without bad. Their surrounding negative influences would be inevitably present, but the real test was whether I could preserve my values amongst that exposure. And I'm proud to say that I stand in front of you all today with the shield of strong resolve and faith in Swami, which could have only been possible through the Sri Sathya Sai Educare program. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you both for sharing your lovely experiences with all of us today. So we'd like to hear a little bit more about what insights you all have gathered from the program. Our next session will be a Q&A session with both Anirudh and Kyati. And we've collected some interesting questions from each of the students from groups 1 through 4, or 1, 2, 3, on what your experiences have been in the program and what they can learn from. So now I would like to call upon Maitri to come and lead the session.
Sairam, while we are getting set up for the panel discussion, just a small request. We request that you give your appreciation to our graduates through applause only. Sairam.
Salam everyone. Welcome to the 2024 SSSE graduation panel. As we all know, this year is special as it marks the graduation of our first 2 students who completed the full 12 years of the Sathya Sai Educare program at the Sri Sathya Sai Center of Jersey City. And as these graduating students are moving into a different phase of their life and have accumulated much knowledge on the way, we've asked our younger students from groups 1, 2, and 3 to pose questions that they have for them. So sit back and enjoy the behind the scenes of the SSSE journey. First, let's take a moment.
Ladies first.
So I start the day with driving to school because now that I finally have my license,
Congrats.
I can. After school, I usually have a habit of just updating my mama on everything. It used to be just achievements, but now I kind of tell her everything. And then I end the day with usually Likita Japam because I just find it like it's a good habit and it's my way of like unwinding at the end of the day.
Anirudh?
Okay, so one staple in my day is definitely coffee, because, I mean, who doesn't love coffee? And then next, usually after I shower, I go to the altar in our house and I pray. And then finally, I usually do some sort of physical activity, whether it's like working out or playing volleyball or something like that, just to keep myself active, yeah.
Okay, next. How did your life change throughout SSSC?
I would say my moral compass definitely strengthened. Like I noticed myself discriminating between right and wrong more easily. And I made more right decisions, not out of fear, but because I felt like that was what my good conscience was saying.
I feel like I was able to learn how to take a step back in every situation and ask why I was feeling the way I was feeling or why something was going on in my life and whether I could or couldn't control it. So that way I was able to solve the problem or just think of a way to look at it differently. So it definitely helped my mood and stuff like that.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, sure. So one day I had to study for a test, and this test was the last minute in junior year of high school. Really big test that our teacher decided to give us, and I didn't know how I was going to study the night before. So instead of panicking and just cramming everything into my head, I took a step back and I looked at what would be the most frequent topics that popped up on the test, and I focused my attention more towards them to save my time and also my sanity. So I just studied those for the night, and then I found out that 90% of the test was all the stuff that I studied. So I feel like without SSE, I wouldn't have been able to take that step back and understand the situation.
So, what was one lesson that you guys connected with the most from each SSSE group that you guys were in?
I don't remember much from Sign Nursery, but I think from Sign Nursery, I would say I connected most to the artwork, definitely. When it came to group 1, it was more of the storytelling, whether it was like older epics or from Swami's childhood. Group 2 was more focused on the importance of prayer and chanting. Group 3 was more of hands-on experiments to enforce the lessons that we were learning. And then group 4 was self-introspection. We dug deep into realizing that the solution for any problem we had was within our hands.
So for me, Sign Nursery was the golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. I feel like that's still very important today. Group 1 was definitely sealing on desires, because practicing that definitely makes you more happy and grateful for what you have. Group 2, I would say just like is like all the experiments and stuff that we did. Group 3 was learning about the control that I just talked about, stepping back from a situation, understanding why the things were happening. And then group 4 was being able to manage your time and stress in a way that you could set up your future for success.
Okay, this next question I feel like most of our younger kids wonder. Did you guys ever feel bored with SSSE?
I would say rarely, because our teachers always keep it engaging and interactive. And also the fact that SSSE looks different at every group, so it never felt like we were going to one same class for 12 years.
Yeah, I would say the same. I rarely got bored. There were some times where I was like not understanding, I would say, of the topic that we were learning about, but I feel like as I grew older, I looked back and I came to understand why we did what we did and like the benefits of it. So yeah.
So I guess it's hats off to the teachers. Thank you. So how would you guys say that you've connected to Swami?
I would say over a period of time, I kind of adjusted to, at night I would write in a journal or do Likita Japam, and it was just my way of talking to Swami rather than talking to myself. It was just a shift in like how I guess, decided to deal with problems. I would just run through them in my head, and it seems similar to just like venting to yourself, but it's different when you feel like you're talking in the presence of God.
How has this like affected you, like overall? How would you say?
I sleep better. I think I interact with people better. Like I can be more thoughtful before saying something.
I feel like it's definitely treating Swami more like, obviously he's our teacher and our God, guru and everything, but moreover he's our best friend. So I feel like whenever I'm praying to him afterwards, I kind of just like talk to him and like tell him how my day was and stuff like that, and I'd be like, thank you for giving me health, wealth, happiness, things like that. I feel like that's definitely helped me connect more to Swami and see him more of like a friend in my life.
How often has Swami answered you back?
In very, very small ways, but many, many times. So like I said, the test, if test was pushed back or I felt sick and like for some reason my parents were actually like not letting me go to school that day, I feel like that would just be the presence of Swami, just like being like having mercy on me for that one day.
Okay, let's take a trip down memory lane. So describe an event from SSSE that you would like to go back to. What did you like the most and why?
I would say in group 3, we were focusing on sustainability at some point when we were discussing like giving back to our environment and all that. And Prasad Uncle actually introduced us to the topic of edible cutlery, and that was really fun. Like the hands-on part was the most fun for us, where we got to like get the ingredients together, actually bake the utensils, and then get to eat with them after, and then eat the utensils after too. It was just like a new concept to us, so that was fun. And then afterwards, we got to present it at retreat too and share our experience.
So I feel like my most memorable experience was definitely the stories in Sign Nursery, because they were always like so fun. They had so much humor in them. I feel like I could connect to them a lot. And whenever the teacher would ask questions about it, I'd stick my hand up like immediately and like shouting out the answer. So I feel like I definitely connected to those, because while they also connected me to Swami, it also taught me like basic human values and lessons that I could apply to my own life.
So going back to Bhavnaka's question, so did you guys ever feel that Swami actually helped you?
Yes, very much. Actually, there were a lot of incidences where I've been. For example, last summer, I applied for a research internship. It was very select, and that was a very one-of-a-kind experience. So I always like to think that God has like 3 answers to what you want: yes, not yet, or I have something better. Which one do you think you get the most? I have something better. Okay.
So I feel like my situation is kind of similar, where he's always looking to give me something that I didn't expect I would get. So for example, during the whole college application process, there were a lot of schools I got rejected from, but at the end I got accepted to a school that I wouldn't have to pay that much money for, which took off a lot of like stress in the future. And also it set me up for my future because then I could pursue a lot of other things without having to worry about that. So I feel like that was Swami telling me, like Khyati said, I have something better for you.
So what was your overall view of SSSE? Like, how good was it?
I would say very, very good. I'm not going to give it a rating. No number ratings.
She gave one before.
I would say it was very good because it gave me an experience that's different from what ordinary educational institutions would give you. Because I could just go to school, but half the things that we learn here were just different, and it gave me the opportunity to bridge the lessons I learned here to the outside world.
I feel like I really enjoyed it because looking past like all the spirituality, all those things that little kids really tend to not understand at such a young age, you get to meet a community and these friends and people that share the exact same values as you. So whether you're looking to, you could just hang out with them. You could have fun with them. It doesn't have to be like you're sitting alone in Bhajans and you're just like chanting and clapping, but you have this community and these people that share the same values as you that will always love to be by your side. So I feel like that's something that's very invaluable.
I'd like to add, actually, the girl I'm rooming with this fall for college, she's actually a girl from another center. And I never realized how much stress that took off, knowing that they're also going to SSE because automatically they share so many of the same morals and values as you.
This is for our folks with a temper. What was one lesson that you guys learned that helped you handle your anger or prevent you from being annoyed?
Okay, so while she's thinking, I definitely feel like being able to, like I said before, understand the factors and the situations you can and can't control, because if you realize the things you can control, the step is to start working on those things instead of like sulking over it. But also the thing is, when you realize the factors that you can't control, you shouldn't contemplate or worry about them all the time, because the more worrying you do, the more like sadness that's just gonna bring you, besides actually helping the situation. So.
Do you think of something? Yeah. I think it took a long time for me to get here, but realizing that I don't actually know what my future is like. So what I wish might not be the best for me. So that just thinking of that in a situation calms me down.
Now it's your turn to tell us a story. So explain any miracles that had happened.
Okay, so I actually have, if any of you were at retreat, you might have heard, but I have a soy sauce story. So one day I just wanted to make my family lunch. It was an item that needed soy sauce, and we just ran out of it recently. So I was wondering if I could ask my dad to bring it on his way home from Nara Seva that day, but my mom wasn't in the best mood, so she told me not to add more tasks to my dad's plate because he was already busy. So I just gave up asking for soy sauce after a while. But the moment he came home, he brought like food from Seva, and I just expected it to be either like spaghetti or garlic bread like usual. But it just had a bunch of soy sauce packets in there, and I was to go with the meal that day, and I was just shocked. And I don't know. I remember I was like thinking to Swami, I was like, if my parents aren't gonna do something, are you? So like, whose side are you on? Like,
So I feel like my experience came with my tryouts for my club volleyball team, because when I initially went there, it was a 3-day long tryout. So the first 2 days went really well. I performed really well, and the coaches came up to me and talked to me. But the third day was really rough because I was very sick, and even though I went there and tried my best, my body was hurting, my mind was not working properly, and I just felt like I didn't put on the best performance. But then after that, I thought my spot was completely botched. I thought I was not going to make the team with the rest of the people that they're evaluating. And then they tell me, we realized you were sick because I saw you coughing in the corner like for 5 minutes straight, but you still got on the court and you still played like the rest of the hour. So I feel like we need someone like that on our team. So I feel like that was something that's what I'm here for.
Would you guys say there were any challenges in Bal Vikas that you had to overcome?
I guess as I got older, it got a little easier, but one of the first challenges that comes to my mind, I'd say, would be going to the class every week, because our classes used to be on Saturdays, and that was when a lot of family, friends, or people we knew hosted gatherings or parties. And so I was always left with the decision of either going to the party, being with my friends, or coming to SSE. And after a while, I kind of realized I can't bring SSE to the party, but I could bring the party to SSE. So a bunch of my friends joined. So that was great.
So I feel like for me, the biggest problem was homework, because I hate homework. So for like for the first few years in SSE, I honestly didn't like doing like any sort of writing homework. But then I learned I could make it fun. I can make it like interesting to myself. I can write about something that happened during the week. I don't just need to read Swami's stories or Swami's discourses and then rewrite whatever I saw or paraphrase whatever I saw. I learned I can apply my own experiences, and I could just put whatever I wanted on paper that applied to Swami's values. So I feel like that made it a little more fun for me.
A bit controversial, but which group is your favorite?
It's not written.
This is anonymous. We can't be giving
anonymous.
out the
Okay, I like them all, obviously, but I noticed I just felt more connected to SSE once I came to Group 4, because it felt more like I felt the impact of SSE more in Group 4 when I went out in the real world. Because it was a lot of discussions based on issues we faced in the real world outside in school, in our community, and then SSE became a place where we could openly discuss those things because we all related to them, and it was more practical to me. It felt like compared to like reading stories about like other yugas and stuff, you know. Even though those were things I enjoyed in the previous groups, I felt like I had a more practical outlook on things once I came to Group 4.
So for me, it's hard to decide between Sci Nursery and Group 4 because they're at the complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Sci Nursery, completely innocent, just stories and coloring and books and all that stuff. And honestly, if any Sci Nursery teacher came up to me and asked me if I wanted to color, I would still say yes, because that's so much fun to me. But I feel like that's what started me on my SSSE journey, and it got me so enamored in what SSSE could possibly be in the future. So even though a lot of times I didn't understand a lot of the spiritual ideas that the teachers told me, I understood that Swami was in my life, and I feel like that was really important to me. And then at the other side is Group 4, which was I was way more mature than Sci Nursery. Not that much, but like still a little bit more mature. So I felt like I could apply so much more that I learned in our classes to my real life. Every lesson was something that like built up upon each other and exponentially just gave me like basically like a toolkit.
Thanks so much, Vidyaka and Bhavanaka. Okay, so this next question is mostly for the little ones who are still navigating through their spiritual journey. So what advice would you give to someone who doesn't think that SSSE is beneficial?
It's so much more different than that. You should treat it like it's like a safe space or a community where you can come and all relate to things. Like you were all brought up the same way. You're gonna learn how to navigate through life together. I feel like I never thought of it as a class because it really doesn't feel like I've been to the same class for 12 years. So look at it as beyond a class.
I would say obviously I understand that it's a very large time commitment between all the classes, homework, events, and all those things like that. But also it's important to appreciate every moment of what you're doing and not just look at the results that you're like looking for, because obviously they're not going to come instantly. But the process that you're going through and the ideas and concepts that you're learning in SSE are something that is supposed to be an enjoyable process. And the more that you immerse yourself in that process, the more that you're going to get out of it. So I feel like you should be happy with every step of the way.
Follow up. Was it easy for you guys to like actually like what Kyati said? Was it easy for you to like see this as not a class?
I think it was more like the way my parents changed my outlook on it, because if it was like, I don't know, music class or something, they're like constantly on you about you have to be doing your work, you have to practice constantly. This was just, SSE was something the whole family came together, and the commitment, I kind of just learned that from them. So seeing that the family was so committed, automatically it became a part of my routine.
I would say that there were definitely on and off moments where like SSE felt like fun and then like a class, but I feel like that's something that should be present in everything, because not everything can be fun. Sometimes there are things that you need to learn like a specific way. Obviously there's going to be fun times, but I feel like the more I tried to enjoy every moment, like I said, the more I felt like SSE was an opportunity rather than something I had to go to. It's like I get to go to SSE, I don't have to go to SSE. So I feel like the more I tried to enjoy the process, the more I got out of SSSE.
So what are some instances that your beliefs were challenged in SSSE by either a teacher or another student that changed your perspective on that belief? So I guess kind of referencing back to your purple shirt thing.
I would say, so last year when I went on the pilgrimage to Parthi, we were given a lot of like rules and regulations, very strict ones, because that environment is so much more different than what we see here. And a lot of them were based around don't like limit your interactions with the opposite gender, or dress more appropriately, all that. And it just like, it was something so sudden for me, something I hadn't heard in a very long time. So it was hard for me to like just process that, and I wanted to know why. Like I wanted to know the reason behind it. So I did ask around a lot of people, a lot of adults who knew better. And so my belief was, why did the rules have to be so strict? You know, we're all a Sai family, right? But then I guess I learned that it's not just about, the purpose isn't to restrict us. It's just that your focus should be on your offering to Swami. So that's what I learned.
So for the longest time, my biggest belief was that meditation was completely useless for me, because I felt like I was sitting somewhere, I would have like 80,000 thoughts going through my head, I wouldn't be able to focus on Swami, I wouldn't be able to focus on anything. I felt like I was just sitting there waiting for it to be over. And my biggest misconception was that meditation just had to be sitting and looking for Swami to come to you, or just thinking about Swami, or chanting, or praying. But then Bhavnaka helped me realize that like it doesn't have to be just talking to Swami. It can be that, but you can also use it to observe yourself, your breath, your environment, everything like that, to feel more connected. So because everything around you is Swami, and the more that you connect to everything around you, the more you're connecting to Swami.
And the last question of this session, what advice would you guys give to the younger students to make the most out of SSSE?
Sure. I would say have fun. Like, we don't think that you should treat about teaching SSSE that they're making every class interactive. They're trying their best to make sure that you're always hooked into the class. So I feel like try to understand the concepts that you are learning. Try to understand why you might be learning them, and also just have fun. Like, you guys are kids. You're gonna have fun in these classes.
I think definitely take it as an opportunity to realize that you have a platform that other kids around you might not. So your views on things might change after going to SSE, and it's all about just getting adjusted to that. But yeah, see it as an opportunity, not as, oh, I'm suddenly different from everyone. Someone in my school is going partying. Maybe I want to too. Don't feel like SSE is taking away something from you. It's giving you something.
Thanks for that advice. I'll be using it too. All right, guys, thank you so much. This is the end of the session.
Thanks for being a great host.
You're welcome. You're going to miss me next year.
All right, Sairam again. It was so fantastic to see Khyati and Anirudh talking. I remember just 4 years ago, I remember them seeing so small, and within that such a short span of time, they have grown so mature, right? When they both were talking, I had tears in my eyes. And I'm praying, Swami, that give me this opportunity that I will take my kid through all 12 years of SSSE, right? I'm pretty sure that all of you sitting over here have the similar feelings. All right, moving up next, we have a wonderful dance performance by our Group 1 students. That's a Rama dance. I can see our Rama is ready and waiting. So, request all Group 1 students to come join on the stage and get ready in your dance positions. Thank you, Saira.
सृष्टि के कण कण से पूछो तुमको खोने का दुख क्या है कौशल्या के मन से पूछो
What a great performance by our Group 1 boys. It looks like we have a lot of dance prodigies in the making. And this dance was choreographed by Prachi, Avi's mom, so big shout out to everybody involved. Next up, we have a surprise for both Anirudh and Kyati. So now I would like to hand it off to our Group 4 gurus, Bhavna and Vidya, to give off the surprise.
All good. It's a selfish motive. Saram, everyone. Sairam. Louder. Good. You guys ate lunch, right? No? Oh, man. I have it very quickly. Thank you. We didn't really plan much. This is a pretty good reflection of how our classes go too, which is we don't really plan much. Yeah, I mean, I think, we have kept our classes very impromptu. As you can see, we're not the people who really plan our lives, but having said that, one of the biggest lessons that I have learned over my course of journey with Swami has been that leave the planning to Swami. Because like all our wonderful Group 4 students shared, when you leave it to him, he knows he always has a better plan. So why waste your energy and the little brain power that we have into planning something when he already has a better plan for all of us? So we never really had a proper lesson plan. Sorry, Ishwari. We were the rebels, 100%. We have not been contributing to an organized lesson plan the way SSE has, the way we learned. Fortunately, Vidya and I think we attended the SSE teachers training program together. Long time ago. Long time ago. Yeah. So it's amazing. It's Swami's grace that he brought me together with Vidya, because she's been a phenomenal support in, running the classes as a chaotic way as we could, but we love the chaos. We have learned the chaos because spontaneity is something that, as we grow older, we have to understand that when we go out into the world in real life, situations are going to present impromptu. We cannot plan those situations. We cannot have answers available to every situation that's going to crop up in our daily lives. So understanding that chaos and understanding how to deal with that chaos and how on the spur of the moment we can come up with Swami's teachings and help us how can we recall what we have studied in all the way from Sai Nursery to Group 3 and immediately think of a teaching that we can apply in that moment when we really need. So that's where we decided to bring the chaos. If I could add just a few more words to that, and then we'll get to the surprise next as well. I always think that the best way to assess the performance of the teachers is through the students, not the teachers themselves. And it is very evident from what we've heard from both Kyati and Anirudh, as well as our other Group 4 student for this year, Maitri, as well, just how much they've learned over the course of the last 12 years. Completing 12 years of SSE is no small feat. It is an immense commitment. In some ways, it is a long-term commitment that they don't really understand that they're walking into themselves, and the parents don't really understand either, and the teachers are taken along for the ride. But at the end, you get the result, which is, this 2 wonderful graduates, and we are very excited to see where life takes you both next as well. And for both of us, I think we are just grateful that Swami allowed us to be a small part of both of your journeys. Your lives, yes. Yes. Anything else? Yes. I just want to put it out there. I wish Swami had entered my life earlier. So, watching these kids grow with such dedication and with such, values given by Swami, and I cannot tell you how proud we are of both of them. It's just like, we'll miss you guys, of course, but I do want to say we are both going to be available 24/7 to you guys anytime you need us. So let's not
Except
break
when
this
we're
bond.
sleeping.
No, I'll be available even when I'm sleeping. You can call me anytime. But, and call her too. Don't let her
Do not
tell you what
disturb.
to do. Just call her. So we are available to you 24/7, anytime. I promise you, anytime your parents don't pick your call or your friends don't pick your call, we'll be there.
And then one thing that I wanted to add is the both of you now bear great responsibility, which is you've gone through SSE, you've learned all the teachings. Now it's really time for both of you to put it into practice as you go into the world as young adults. And in terms of the phone calls that you'll be giving us, I'm going to put a plug out to all of the younger kids in the audience, which is for the first time we have 2 SSE students that are officially graduating from our center. You can call them too for questions, especially if you have complaints about us when you get to group 4.
Yeah, they'll be perfect guides to how to navigate through us. So, all Maitri especially to you.
So I think with that, we have a very special surprise for Kyati and Anirudh. I won't say much more. I will let the film be rolled.
I will say though, I had no contribution to that. It's all Vidyaka's efforts. But both of our love is in this little surprise for you guys.
Could I just ask somebody to shut the lights off in the back, if that's okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hope you guys like it.
Krishnam Vande Nandakumaram, Krishnam Vande Nandakumaram, Krishnam Vande Nandakumaram, Krishnam Vande Nandakumaram.
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय
Wow, it was a great presentation, wasn't it? Yes. I think the parents need a big applause because the pictures were shared by them. So I'm pretty sure you both went down the memory lane, right? Yeah. All right. Okay. As much as this is the celebration for Anirudh and Khyati today, it is equally a great achievement of their parents. Do you agree? Yeah? Kids could finish this journey of 12 years only with the unwavering support and effort of their parents. As both of them, they were mentioning in their speeches, this journey started when Bindu and Kiranmai used to drive them all the way to Edison Center just for an hour of class, you know, and you can see the commitment that the whole family has put in for the kids to finish through this whole course of 12 years. Let us give them a big round of applause for all their commitment and work. I request all the 4 parents to join me on the stage and share their few thoughts on everything today. What are they feeling, right? With the kids, I'm pretty sure they have a different point of view on this big journey. Come on, Prasad Bhaiya and Kamesh uncle. Do you guys need chairs? No? Yeah, it's an open discussion. It's I'm leaving it up to you. You are way more experienced, and then I'll open it up to the audience if you want to have any questions for our experienced parents. Yeah, over to you.
Before we begin, they covered everything. It's only last seasoning we are doing. Okay, don't. That's where mom's coming.
Anirudh and Kathy shared everything. And on top of it, Ishwari also added more. So there's nothing in my notes apart from that. Okay, let me start. Okay. Before starting, my humble pranams to our beloved Swami, and Sai Ram to everyone. My journey started with Anirudh going to SSE to Edison Sai Center, taking him every Sunday. And there I made, very fortunate to have good friends and like-minded people. I made friends, and I was able to connect to one of the family where every Monday for over 3 years, I used to go to Newark Center, and there we distributed sandwiches and bananas. At the age of 5, Anirudh was able to help me out in distributing the sandwiches. When we ran out of sandwiches, he used to bring his snacks, whatever there are in his bag. He used to distribute those, and along with the bananas and water. That was a very valuable lesson to me, that it is very necessary for every parents to involve their kids so that they know the value of service. And as a parent, you should be an example. And that means, I want to say that they will learn from you, looking at you as a parent, what you're doing. And one more explanation. As being a mom, it's very common for me to raise my voice. And being an SSC kid, that is where all values comes in. Anirudh never raised his voice on his response. Yes, kudos to all SSC teachers. I thank all of them from bottom of my heart. The way that they communicate is different now after going through group 3 and group 4. The way that they communicate is different, and the way that their thinking is different. The SSSE taught him the discrimination and the discipline and the time management, that they can handle all these things. And thank you from my side and from Prasad's side, the way that we have learned not only communication but listening to kids what they are saying. So that I have learned from SSC teachers. I thank from Jagannathan uncle to Bhavna and Vidya and whoever taught Anirudh, helped him in his journey. So yesterday Anirudh turned 18. So and I'm very thankful to train him as a loving, confident, and responsible young adult. Thank you, Sarah.
Pranams to my Divine Mother and Father, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Saram to all of you. And we'll keep it short. I know. I know it gets a little. We get to talk and we kind of don't stop. I just want to, when Ishwari said we needed to do this, right? I didn't think about it because we're all in the rush of our lives. Day before yesterday, I think I got a chance to just sit back for a few minutes and think about it, right? So what, 12 years, 12 and a half years, what does it mean, right? So, and it just occurred to me that I'm just grateful to Swami for everything in life to begin with. I'm grateful to him for creating this program in which all of the kids are growing up. And my son has grown up, Anirudh has grown up, Khyati has grown up, all of the kids are growing up. It's an honor and privilege to be in this program. That much I can tell you. And when creating this program, the speech that Swami gave back in the 60s, I think it was 68, he said he is creating this program to create an environment that is conducive to building good character. Those are not exactly his words, but I just lifted some from what I remember. But he emphasized on good character. Now, what is good character? In modern day, in this day, what is good character? How do you see good character in somebody? And that's what I tried to think about when I was preparing to speak to you. And I can only draw from my personal experience as a parent and just share with you, right? Now, we have a very large family. We're very, very grateful, thankful for having a large family on both my side and her side, living both in the US and India. We can fill one bus each easily, both in India and the US. Which means we have cousins, siblings, cousins' kids, everybody. It's a full jumbo-sized bus. So when summer comes along, right, we're trying to get the kids to hang out together, and almost all of the summers there's a demand from my cousin, my brother's kids, my cousin's kids. They want to hang out with Anirudh. Initially, I didn't think much about it, but as he grew up, I realized that why does everyone want to, I got frustrated. Why does everyone want to come to my home? Like, they can go to other places. I live in a city. I don't have that much place. But then, fun aside, I started observing him, and I realized that he's just very loving to everybody in the family, right? And the other fun fact is that I am the oldest in my generation among my siblings and my cousins on both father and mother's side. She's the eldest among her siblings. So naturally, as I am the eldest, he's the eldest in the next generation. Naturally, all the cousins come to him, which is natural. But I've observed him connect with each and every one, whether it is 5-year-old or 15-year-old, on a level that they connect to. And that is love. He spoke about it. We didn't plan this together. He spoke about it. I'm glad he feels that way, and I can see it. So we're actually agreeing on something for such a difference, right? But that is what good character is to me, right? Love, being loving to the human being next to you, giving your full attention when they need it. I think that is good character. That is what I've observed in my child, and for that I'm really, really grateful to Swami and all the gurus. One other thing I want to say is it's not going to be easy. All right? As the kids grow up, the parents, you're here, there will be challenges. There were challenges. As the kids grow up in this country, they're demanded to do a lot of things. My God, I didn't go to college here. I would have never made it through, because I've seen him and Khyati and other kids go through. It's a lot is demanded from them. And so naturally, when scheduling challenges come, the temptation is to drop this class and go with others, some science, STEM, math, whatever it is. and this is another sort of funny story, I'll keep it quick. When Anirudh, I think it was in sophomore, he suddenly announced to us that he's going to pursue a college sports career. Indian kid telling this to Indian parents that he's going to play sports for the rest of his life. So we were, we processed the shock and disbelief, and all of that. And then we actually got into mechanics. We were supportive. Right? We got into the mechanics. And we realized he's going to have to play 3 hours of volleyball at least every day for the rest of 3 years. Non-stop, almost. And that meant, how do we make the other things happen? Sunday is a volleyball day in one of the seasons. So that's where I think Sister Ishwari, Bhavna, and Vidya, I'm so grateful to you, because the gurus made it happen. As parents, we made a choice that we want to continue his Bal Vikas, but that would not have been possible if they were not accommodating and worked with our schedule, with his schedule. So I'm just immensely grateful to all the gurus happen for him along with us. And that commitment, that communication with the parents and gurus is extremely, extremely important to make this worthwhile for the children. Because we will not notice what they have learned. I'm very, very surprised with what he had to say, by the way, because we don't talk like this at home, right? But what they have learned is what will come out in their life through action. And for that, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. And if we don't put that investment in now, we won't see that later. So that is very important. For that, I'm really grateful. It takes a village to raise a kid, and I'm so glad all of you are in our village. Thank you.
Pranams at the lotus feet of the Divine Lord, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. I want to briefly share my thoughts on how, as parents, we got benefited the most from the SSE program. First thing, no parenting stress. As we are raising our teens in this country, we'll have many challenges to make kids understand some important things. We are so lucky that our loving gurus helped us through this journey. Whenever we have concerns, we spoke to them and they made it as lesson plans and make the kids understand, and then the path was so easy instead of us yelling every day, every minute. So there are many times we have reached to gurus on the areas that we are struggling with the students, with our kids, and the path became so easy. As Kathy growing in her middle and high school, I slowly started realizing that Kathy has been showing a positive impact in time management and doing community service. I will give one example. 6 years ago, Kathy she took the initiative to be a part of a youth service group in Secaucus. I didn't ask her to join because I'm not sure if she's going to make everything. Along with her high school friend, she was a part of that service group. She was doing it 100% while doing her school homework, SSE classes, Bhajans, retreat, gap, everything. She is able to manage everything. I'm honestly telling in front of Swami, all the credit goes to our inspiring SSE gurus who recognize the inner beauty of Khyati even before me. And the second thing is, Santi lovingly offered to babysit Khyati and Kanti for us to attend those workshops. Thank you so much, Auntie. So the funniest thing is, after the workshop, that whole week my behavior was super good. No yelling. Khyati, do you want this? Everything is so. So after a week, she asked me, Amma, when is the training again? So then I realized how much kids observe us. And if she's really happy with my behavior after the parenting workshop. So it really opened my eyes how much I have to correct myself, how much I have to accept my mistakes in front of the kids, how much I have to accepted my mistakes in front of her. I'm still doing it. I'm still in the process. I'm not saying I'm perfect. And today, as a parent, I can confidently tell before Swami that Khyati can be a good individual after the 12 years of SSC program. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you, Swami, for gracing the occasion and giving us an opportunity to reflect on our experiences for the last 12 years. Sai Ram to everyone. So 12 years is not small. It's a long journey. But it doesn't feel long when you actually love the program, right? So when you actually feel it is fun, then it's not a program. It is just becomes a part of your life. Like that becomes your nature of your own nature, right? That's what happened to us. So when I initially started, so I was new to the organization and I just joined Khyati so that, she'll be disciplined. Like she'll be, not be, like too small, right? She was like mischievous and all, but like I thought like just for the discipline we'll join. But what really prompted me to join her is that from my observation of the organization so far that time is, it's very disciplined. They're being very humble. They're very organized, and everything is like time bound. And there are a lot of good things. And whatever the little messages or the discourses I have heard so far, very simple yet very impactful messages that Swami has given. I thought like, yeah, it is true. Like, what else you need in this life? Like, apart from this kind of messages where you can relate to yourself. And then probably by my age also, probably I was able to trying to connect those kind of messages. I was in search of a guru maybe sometime like that time. So I thought, okay, let's give it a try. But what we have realized is, when I look back, 12 years didn't happen that easy. Like, there were a lot of compromises in the sense that, you have to sacrifice the parties, the social aspects, a lot of things, right? Initially, there was like a pushback. There was like not doubtful whether to we go this way or that way. And then when we actually started making that effort, actually to start coming to SSC, and then at some point, wherein the kids actually making a choice by themselves, saying that like, no, oh, where do you want to go? So he said like, yeah, SSC first, right? We cannot miss it. So we're just watching them to take decisions like that, which actually happened. But again, but it has a family commitment. When you actually all are on the same page, and when you commit to a program like this, and you will certainly see the results. You don't see it immediately because those classes are the homework that you see. May seem like it's that we teach them at home, but to practice them, it's not easy, right? Like to adapt to that and then make it like part of your life, it's not easy. But when you actually do that, that's when you see the benefit. So I urge all the parents or the new parents, to have that commitment. That's when, you'll see the results. Because very important thing here is like the very distinct nature of the SSC program. What I have seen is it gives you a very holistic program. It's not just like you have, Swami has created the program or the whole organization in such a way. It has everything for everyone in the family, right? So the devotion, the way you connect to the God, right? And then the education to understand the meaning or to have that, meaningful life. And then service, to put them into action, right? You have everything for the family. So all these things that, kids will embrace. And then there are programs where you can teach kids, skills or, guide them on what to do, what not to do. But at some point, they will actually have to make choices by themselves, right? So that is when you will get to see the benefit of this program, wherein because I have seen, Khyati, when she entered the high school, there's one example I can give you, right? Wherein in school, besides her classes, so she got an opportunity to work with this anti, the drugs prevention program that NG State has, and then their school actively participates, and she got an opportunity and she felt connected to it, like because she few service activities she also participated, and she got a actually peek of what it takes, to actually work with people. So it's her choice actually. She wanted to actually work with the program, and then she was very connected to it. Very impressive performance there for the team. They won the awards also, which I think is probably prompted her to go into something like public health program, like which she wanted to do by herself, like not just by because we wanted her to do it, but she made her some choices. So yeah, it's again like it's all by Swami's grace, but again, like what is that effort that we are putting right in our kids? What is that we are doing to give them opportunity is what all we can do. Blessing is there for everyone for Swami, from Swami, but to get that grace, that we need to make some effort. So like he always says. But so that's where I think we have to do our part as a parents. And then I'm happy that that now looking back, Khyati and Anirudh can't believe they have finished their SSC, and now they are. You have seen there the way they talked today, and then they summarized. So big thanks to all the SSC teachers, and then Rishi. They are like very impactful people we have at the center. It's a very small and cozy center where we know each other and connect to each other. And then they're all the guiding factors, and then we are so thankful, and then gratitude to Swami, for bringing us all together and then giving us the opportunity to for them to grow, and then hope they continue this journey. And once they are out of this SSC, it's actually they have their choices to make. So hope they make their right choices. Thank you all. Congratulations to Khyati and Kanti again. Thank you so much.
I will just add one thing. So before Khyati joined SSC, I used to try her every class, just like other parents. Okay, join karate. Okay, 1 week she'll go, and then she'll go, oh no, I'm not interested, I'm tired. Any class, swimming, one class, and then she used to sit on the steps, not even going into the water. She said, I'm scared, I'm cold. So when I took SSC training in 2012, and I was so excited, I came back home, I was sharing all the stories, what happened there, and then he said, can you do me a favor? Can you join Khyati in the SSC program? That's the thing Kamish asked. And then when everybody is going, all children are going to like multiple classes, 5, 6 class, keyboard class, swimming class, they're all going. So Kamish was a little worried, like Khyati is not in any of those things. I promised him, like, join in SSC. It's a package. You will get everything. Don't worry about other classes. And today I'm proudly, even though she didn't go to all that classes, she is equipped with all the skills that she has to learn from the other classes. Thank you. Sai Ram.
You have fulfilled your responsibility bringing Khyati and Anirudh to the SSC class since last 12 years. And you are also from the education, school education perspective, as well as other activity also, you are helping them to take it this far. So what's your expectation from Khyati and the Anirudh from the spirituality perspective? Saira?
No expectation. No expectation, because, sorry for that. So Swami, it's from now onwards, it's their journey with Swami will happen. We don't need, okay, go Bhajan, go to retreat, you do this Thursday, why are you not going center? We're not going to prompt anything. And there is no expectation. So at the age of 7, when they are able to choose to come to SSC instead of a birthday party, what else you want? They are making best decisions than us. Like parents, we tend to go other things, but they are choosing to come here. In fact, because of Khyati's commitment towards SSC, we all came into Swami's path. That's all, that I can say that, she's the first one. She used to pack the bags, put it in the car, get ready in the car. So what else you do? So you come and drive to SSC. So, but from our side, I think we should let them make their choices. You have invested, it's not spending time in SSC, we invested 12 years. And then that's why today you should, by end of 12 years, you should be confident that, okay, they'll do good.
I want to share one more thing. because as they finish the 12 years of journey, I think and I wish they should know by this time that apart from mom and dad, there is a person or a guru or a great personality look after when no one is responding. They can directly connect to him, they can talk to him, they can get guidance from Swami. So they know it. I wish they should continue that, and I think they will do that because of the Sai family that we have.
Yesterday was Anirudh's 18th birthday. Morning I wake up, 6:30. I'm having my coffee and checking my emails. I see like 2 or 3 emails saying, "You've lost access to Anirudh's account." Right? And my coffee hasn't kicked in yet. I'm like, what is this, right? And I thought my account got hacked, or I don't know what it is. And then I just started reading the details. Like, what should you do when what is going to happen when your child turns 18? And then, like, this is LabCorp and like medical and bank and whatever. So in this country, and then there was this other funny line. It says, you don't have access to Anirudh's account anymore, but if Anirudh so chooses to give you access, he can create a login and give you access and share his account with you. That's where we live in, Suresh. So, spiritually, they're adults. Legally, they're adults. And so, I wish them all the best. I really do. I just want to say one more thing, right? All of us, we owe a great debt of gratitude to Manorama auntie, Jagannathan uncle, Veena auntie. Because in 2012, they started Ball Vikas with 6 kids in Jersey City. And also to Saryuban Barot and Girish Bhai Barot's family. Anand Kumar uncle family also, Meeta Barot. We started in their home. Seeds are very tiny, but when the plant and the tree comes out, years later, we appreciate those. What we never, as somebody said, you can't see what the seed has. It will only become obvious in the bosom of time. And Swami has created this beautiful organization. But in addition to that, there are committed individuals like them who put their time and energy into making this happen. We have this center, we have this program here because of individuals like them. So I really, really thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
And absolutely voluntary, right? Like they're not stuck, absolutely no commercial, nothing, no business interest. They're investing so much of their time, interest in your child's future, and with such a commitment. It's not just confined to the class, even after the class, right? Like Bhavana and Vidya said, they are available anytime. So, and they mean it. And then all the SSC teachers have been like that. They actually work with your child to groom them, their character, right? So it's a character building process that you go through all the years. So thanks from the bottom of our hearts to all the SSC gurus who have, brought them to this level. Thank you so much, Saira.
Thank you, Saira.
Thank you so much, parents. Tejas, probably in the next upcoming sessions, we can have SSSE parents topics, for the new parents or, the current parents as a study circle. I think we have so much to share and we have so much to learn, right? I'm pretty sure that all the parents had a lot of takeaways from that discussion from all the 4 parents. Thank you so much once again for sharing, for sharing your thoughts with us. Next up, as I had, started announcing in the beginning, we have a small surprise for all the dads over here. And we also have a little gift for you all. We always celebrate Mother's Day, but Father's Day is a little bit neglected. We didn't want to do that mistake. So we made sure of it. You have a small gift at the end. Please do not leave after Bhajans. Take your gift before you leave. And a surprise for you.
Sairam everyone, my name is Ananya Janna and my dad's name is Ravi Janna. Some of the things that we like to do together is playing chess and going to the park. One of our favorite activities in the park is riding our bikes. Another thing that I like to do with my dad is watching Friday movies together. These are the things that we like to do together. I love you, Daddy.
Sairam everyone, my name is Anirudh and my dad's name is Prasad. With my dad, I love to talk about sports because he knows a lot about the old sports that I wasn't there to experience. I also love to go to the movies with him because we enjoy the same things like Marvel and Star Wars, and we also enjoy talking about the movies after. And I also love talking about math and science with him because he's really smart and I can learn a lot from him in those subject areas. Thank you. Happy Father's Day. I love you, Dad. Sairam.
Sairam everybody. My name is Avi and my father's name is Nero. I'll tell you the 3 things I like to do with my dad. 1. I like to play sports with my dad, like basketball, football, and baseball. Number 2, I like to go on trips with my dad. Number 3, I like to ride my bicycle with my dad. Love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
Sairam. My name is Dhananjay. My dad's name is Kartikeyan. 3 things I like to do with my dad are talking about things in books that I read, going to the boardwalk and taking a stroll there, and playing games with my dad. I love you, Nana. Happy Father's Day.
Sairam everyone. My name is Heather and my dad's name is Mihal. Here's the 3 things I love about my dad. First, my dad takes me outside. Second, my dad is a good cook. Last, me and my dad does night activities. Sairam everyone. I love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
Sairam. My name is Kampi and my dad's name is Kamesh. 3 things me and my dad enjoy doing together are badminton, photography, and going outside. Happy Father's Day. I love you.
Sairam. My name is Kathy and my dad's name is Kamesh. And 3 things I like doing with my dad are telling him about my day because, it's nice as a reminder to know that his work life doesn't take up all his time and he's always there to listen. And I also enjoy cooking with my dad occasionally, which is nice because we all take a part in it, whether it be making rice or sandwiches. And if I ever do mess up along the way, he's always there to help with patience. And lastly, I enjoy teasing my mom with my dad because we have similarly bad humor, so she always gets sick of us, but it is nice to joke around once in a while. Happy Father's Day. Love you.
Salam everyone. My name is Maitri and my dad's name is Kishore. One of the things that I like to do with my dad is cooking because he's honestly such a great teacher and all the food just tastes better when he cooks. Another thing that I like to do with him is going on walks or playing sports together because I genuinely really like talking to my dad about anything because he gives such great advice. So going on walks or playing sports, it gives us some good quality time to spend together. And lastly, I really enjoy watching movies with him because we have similar tastes in movies and the way we analyze them, it just makes the experience much better. So I love you, Nana.
Sairam everyone. My name is Krishna and my dad's name is Mehul. I'm gonna tell you some stuff I like to do with my dad. First, I like playing with my dad outside. Second, I like to play football with my dad. Third, I like his chai paneer. It's my favorite. And happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you.
My name is Rudra. My father's name is Sudesh. I like playing chess with my dad. I like playing chess with my dad. And I also like discussing with him about school and other topics. Thank you so much for everything, Papa. I love you so much. Happy Father's Day.
Salam. My name is Sadhana and this is my dad Sriram. I love to play badminton with my dad because it is very engaging to become fit with my dad. I also really love to cook because with my dad, whenever he tries to act like a 5-star chef, which he is, I try to help him with small activities such as cutting vegetables or washing out the dishes. I also really love to go on walks with him because he's so knowledgeable about so many different topics, so he educates me on things that I don't know anything about. I really love my dad, and I'm so thankful for him. I love you, Nana.
Thank you very much and appreciate your effort.
and all the best.
Thank you.
Salam everyone, my name is Samrat and my dad's name is Ninad. Today I'll be telling you the 3 things I love to do most with my dad. First, I like to build Legos with my dad. Second, I like to play soccer in the house even though my mom tells me not to with my dad. Third, I like to listen to stories from my dad at night even though I'm very tired. Happy Father's Day, Dad! I love you!
My name is Sathya. My dad's name is Prasad. I love to play sports with my dad, and I also love to tell jokes to my dad, and I also love to ask questions and about science and learning things. Salam everyone. Happy Father's Day. I love you, Dad.
తిన్నా తినకపోయినా
whether you eat or not,
ఇంటిలో తల్లిదండ్రులను సంతోషపెట్టు.
make your parents happy
వారిని తగినటువంటి తృప్తితో మాటలతో మంచి ఆనందపరచు.
by talking them
You
nicely.
cannot
make them
always
happy.
oblige, but you can speak always obliging.
You cannot always oblige, but you can speak
ఈనాడు
obliging.
తల్లిదండ్రులతో మాట్లాడుతున్నాడా లేక పరాయి వాడితో మాట్లాడుతున్నాడా మా పిల్లవాడు అనేటువంటి తెలుసుకోవటమే కష్టమైపోతుంది.
It's rather difficult to find out whether one is speaking to the parents or to someone else.
తండ్రి విద్య లేనటువంటి వాడు వచ్చి ఏం నాయన ఏం చేస్తున్నావు అని గో 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 అంటాడు.
Father who is uneducated, if he comes,
గౌరవము.
father who is uneducated, if he asks son, what are you studying? He says
మంచి
so.
మాటలతో వినయం చేత నాన్న మీరు క్షమించండి నేను ఉద్యోగం కోసం ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాను అని మంచి మాటలు చెప్తే ఆ తండ్రికి ఎంత ఆనందం అవుతుంది.
If the son speaks in all humility, making use of sweet, soft words, I am in search of
నీ
job.
కన్న తల్లిదండ్రులకే నీవు సంతోష పెట్టలేనివాడు ఈ సమాజానికి ఏం నీవు సంతోషాన్ని అందిస్తావు?
If you cannot make your own parents happy, how do you make the society happy?
So let us now move on to a very important part of today's ceremony, the awarding of the certificates to all our graduating students. So actually along with Anirudh and Kyati, we also have Rudra and Sadhana who will be moving on from Group 3 to Group 4 today. But first, I would like to call upon both Anirudh and Kyati to take an oath as part of the graduation process. And I will also call upon Brother Roshi to do the honors of giving the oath.
Sairam, everyone. Before I administer your graduation oath, I just wanted to say, so far we've heard the theme of, okay, this is a completion of a journey, which it is, but trust me, as a young adult, this is just the beginning. SSE was only 12 years. Your time as a young adult is 17 years long. So this is just the beginning, okay? And I expect you both to be at all YA events, all YA retreats, and if you need a ride, I'm always here. So please repeat after me as you make this oath and promise to Swami. I solemnly declare and promise that
I solemnly declare and promise that
I will, in my daily life and conversation,
I will, in my daily life and conversation,
and in thought, word, and deed,
and in thought, word, and deed,
conduct myself as befits a member
conduct myself as befits a member
of the Sri Sathya Sai Educare program.
of the Sri Sathya Sai Educare program.
I will, to the utmost of my capacity and opportunity,
I will, to the utmost of my capacity and opportunity,
support the cause of sound learning,
support the cause of sound learning,
humanity, morality, and spirituality,
humanity, morality, and spirituality,
as far as lies in me,
as far as lies in me.
I shall uphold and advance
I shall uphold and advance
the social and indeed all-round welfare
the social and indeed all-round welfare
of my countrymen and fellowmen.
of my countrymen and fellowmen.
Congratulations. Jai Sai Ram.
Rushi, what happened to the women?
I would now like to call upon our own Manorma auntie and Jagannathan uncle to give away the certificates and mementos for these students. As we've heard throughout the ceremony today, both of them, along with Veena auntie and several other senior members of our center, have all played very pivotal roles in the development of our program for today, and our SSE program would not be what it is without their help and support throughout. All right, so Jagannathan uncle will start, and I would request him to give away the certificates to both Anirudh and Khyati.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Manorma auntie.
One thing I have to tell you about Anirudh. Most difficult person in my class when I was doing grade 1 and grade 2. Always asking question, which I like it, but I don't want to show it. I really liked it. Thank you.
And now Manorma auntie will be giving over the certificate to Khyati.
Very sweet, intelligent girl, and really I love you. Bless you.
So now I would request for Rudra and Sadhana to also come forward and receive their certificates.
Yeah. Before that, we have one small memento for both Anirudh and Khyati. I hope you will like it. I would request Jagannathan uncle and Rishi together to hand it over to Anirudh. And yeah. You can clap, guys. Thank you.
All the teachers here.
All the yeah.
Same thing, Khyati also getting it.
Yeah. Auntie, Manorama auntie can present this to Khyati. Khyati, I hope you like the picture. Nice.
Okay. Is he going to? Okay. So now we will hand over the certificates for our Group 3 students. First we have Rudra Prajapati, who will be moving on to Group 4. And now we have Sadhana Kari, who will also be moving on to Group 4. Who are they?
All right, thank you all for students. I would definitely want, you can go back, the students. I want Jagannathan uncle and Manorama auntie to stay for a few more minutes. Auntie, you can take a seat. Yeah. As we have been hearing from their parents and many other center members, these are the pillars of Jersey City Sai Center. These guys long ago started the center. Veena auntie, other people that I am not aware of because I wasn't there at that time, but I'm pretty sure it takes a village to, to get where we are today. And I would like you to share how you have seen the center growing and what you want to say today when you have Jersey City's first 2 students graduating from the 12 years of journey. We can start with Jagannathan uncle and later Manorama auntie can continue. Thank you, uncle. Would you like to have a chair?
No, I'm okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think today we all listen. I don't know what to talk now. These youngsters know better than us, right? But one thing is, I really appreciate Bindu and Saikran. They were said, the moment the idea came, when they go to Edison. That's how they start center. Because when we have kids, why they have to go to Edison? Then, addition to that, Meeta's mom, Saruban, she came and told me, this is actually took place, all this negotiation, whatever we talk. I have 3 kids at home, right? And there are people going to Edison. Why you have to do this? Why our center don't have a place? This is the starting point, started. Then we said, okay, right, we'll think about, but where can we have it? Then Saruban straight away offered, you can come and do it in my 2nd floor. Straight away. Okay, right. You won't believe, after having that negotiation, that we were talking on Saturdays, Bhajans, time we were talking. Immediately on the following Monday, evening 9 o'clock, still I remember, Sanjay Murali uncle, everybody knows. He called me. He said, your center is growing now. So many people are coming. Why don't you start SSE? It's all coincidence. I don't know why Baba waiting for that up until that time to create this situation. He said, you have enough people, enough things. Then I said, yes. So many parents approached me. That time I was the SSE coordinator. Then so many people were approached me to have the classes, but we don't have any resources. We don't know. We are, none of us have teaching certificate. We don't have place. At least one parent offered the place, but we have. So, but at the moment, minimum 3 kids are ready. Meet us, right? Sanjay Murali, what he said is, don't worry. Leave it to Baba. You start. If you want, I can come and help you, or I can send the people from other centers. You can. This is the promise he gave. I said, okay. Then the following meeting, I put the words to everybody. Then I thought that they need not go to Edison all the way for 1 hour and come back. Right? Then Meeta's mom is ready to give the places and all. Okay. Then again he followed it up again the following Friday he said, okay, what's happening now? Because that time he was the regional educational coordinator. So that is his job to somehow get the thing done. I said, no, we are in the process now, we are talking. No, don't talk. This is his wordings. No, don't try anything. Start. Leave it to Baba. At least 1 kid if you have good, that's enough. Start. This is how all the shows start. But I don't know how they got the figure of 6-7 people. But my knowledge, we supposed to start the class with 3 kids. But you won't believe this is the Baba's grace. We started with 18 kids, very first class. So many people are talking. I saw that Maitri asked the question, did you meet the miracles? Yes. Anybody, each and everybody with Baba, they have something to say about miracles. I can promise that. Same thing happened to nothing. It's all nothing on our hand. But what Baba says is, if you bring anything good for the kids or anything good for the people, come forward. He knows. You come 1 feet, I will come 3 feet. Same thing happened to us. That's how. First class 18, second class, Saikran, you know, the second class we started with 27. Still I remember the numbers. Then within very soon we started 54. Everybody, all the other centers got miracle. Jersey City certainly got 54 kids for the SSC class. We didn't have the place. We didn't have that. I have to thank for the Saruban's mom. Whole first floor they gave it to us. Still not enough. 54 kids, where can you do? We were managing. Sai Prasad was there to back up and all, you know, Car Mission Prasad. Miracles keep on happening. Then Sai Prasad, no, this is not good now. We have to find a good place. Right? Car Mission, all, you know that? Then Manorama Andi, Ramya, Sai Prasad, we all were going each and every corner to find the place where to have this. Not because of the bhajan, because of the classes. And we have that time only nursery, SSC 1, SSC 2. Because that time Kyati and Kanti is going to, I think, SSC 2, right? That time. Then we have SSC 1. Then, fortunately, we managed to find St. Peter's College. With that, we started 4 classes, 4 classes, and 1 for the Divine Hall, Bhajans. This is the history of the Jersey City. We slowly came up. Nothing would have happened without the miracle from Baba. I can keep on telling during my period of Baba from last 25 years, right, with this center. More than 25 years, right? But our classes are 12 years, but the center before. If I start talking the miracles, no end. Right? I don't know. I feel very emotional because that time we never thought even. We do whatever. Why I am talking from this place, that's the answer for the Prasato Kamesh question. Because we have gone through. Simple answer is that. Nothing else. That question came when you were talking. Because we work so hard, because whatever the fruits we enjoy in our life, right, we want to give it to the others also. That's a pure motive, nothing else. Any parents or now, okay, not as a guru, but as a parents, we have a Sailaja, one of the best example is here. Tell what you will think. Same thing, whatever we have gone through with our kids, we want to give the same fruit the others also should enjoy. That's a main motive, nothing else. There is, like Kamesh said, there's any other ideas. Only thing is we want to see what is best for them. Same way, Sanjay Murali uncle there, he gave lot of support, right? He sent me the lesson plans and all. Then immediately what happened, we sent to the classes, teachers classes. How many first time we went, 5 people went. 5 people went because we need teachers, right? We need teachers. So we 5 people originally went. Then after that, I think 8 people went from here. We have lot of teachers than the devotees. Definitely, right? True, because that's important. We need the backup for these things, teachers, right? All these things. So anyway, this is I don't want to take more time on this thing. That's the eventual graduation, the coming up of the classes. After the corona, something changes and now the things are a little bit, but it will come up. According to this, that's the first point. The second point I point out, whatever they talk about Kyati, talk about, somebody asked the questions. What do you feel from SSC to the normal class? Somebody asked that question, that topics came. Baba gave an interview. Somebody asked the question, same question, like similar question. Baba asked, what's the difference from these two? Right? What Baba said is, SSC class, though you spend the 12 years, for all 12 years you studied the same thing. Same thing, no different. From SSC 1 to 12 to the SSC 4, they studied the same thing. Whatever we studied, basically based on the 5 values, nothing else. Those 5 values, every day it is in our life. That's nothing different. Even the parents, as a parent, you forget whether you are Baba devotee or not. Every parent say that okay, don't go and fight with others. Come with a non-violence. They say, okay, why you don't like, why don't you give something when you see some poor people you have to help? So you talk about love. Everything, but we know all these things, but we don't know. Baba defined the things. We know all these things. Day to day, every day, whether we are Baba devotee or not, we are doing. But Baba created to insist those principles into these kids to bring a good character on the kids. Baba answered that question. That's what Baba's answer. Nothing else. He said he's never teach anything other than those 5 values. Whatever studied, where the Kyati or Anirudh, what you studied after that? Same thing. But Baba said the SSE is important because initially grade 1 and 2, you teach them. See, anybody you go and say, oh, don't do bad things. Do you think the children are going to listen to you? No. The best thing is, explain to the children with the songs, stories, and all those things, then those things will be in their mind. That's what Baba created. SSE 1 and 2, mainly songs, drawings, and stories. Baba brought all Chinna Katha and all those things to bring the children's mind. Bring it. Then you advance when you come to 3 and 4 in a real practical way. Right? Then example come from your real life. For the 2 years, the SSE 2, you go and talk about the real life thing, they don't understand. But I won't say that also, because when I was teaching, the basic thing what we are teaching is, when you get up in the morning, do you make your bed? That's a basic question. That's one of the daily life things. Discipline. Nothing, it's all 12 years, what they do is everything related to our life. But on the other way, when you go to school, what they teach, every day you go to school, you learn something new. Something completely new principle. You talk about the Archimedes laws or some Newton laws, everything completely new, you keep on studying. Because that to improve your knowledge. So these are different from the college study. That's what Baba says. These classes should never take as a class. You are not bringing here to improve your knowledge. Here you already have the ideas. You already practicing, but you have to go into that. Some people take it easy, the love. We want to love them. Some children take it very easy. They don't do that. But when you are going to the school, when you talk the Newton law, nobody knows until they study. So that's what Baba says. School is for living. SSE is for the character. So Baba says, any education without character, useless. You might be a PhD, but if you don't have a good character with you, what is the point of PhD? You don't even respect other people. What is the point of the PhD? No point, right? And another thing is Baba point out. All this what I am talking is what I got the interview. Baba said all these things, right? Nothing from me. It's all Baba. Second thing is Baba point out, the knowledge what you get from the education and the characteristic what you get from SSE program, it should be on your 2 wheels on a bike. Baba says, right? If one bike is weak, one wheel is weak, you can't run the bike. It should be balanced in your life. The knowledge from the school education and also the characters you learn from here. All the guru teachers, they are teaching the characters. It should be balanced. They don't want one another. It should be both go together. Then only the cycle will move. You see, that's what I like to bring out here. So all these people think, why SSE class and the things, yeah. Okay? So think about that. All the parents, I try to point out. And also I really thank first for the parents, take all the efforts to prepare them for the classes and bringing. The second one is the teachers, guru. I know it's not easy. How long? Because when I was teaching, how many hours take to prepare this lesson plan? I know all those things. Nothing is easy here. Only thing is we have to make sure, like they said, Vidya said that we have to assess the teachers with the kids. So that's what end of the day we are looking for, which we got the fruit here today. Like that, so many things going to happen miracle here. Okay? Sai Ram, all the best.
My koti pranams to my beloved Baba, Guru, best friend. With him I can really talk, and with him I can really fight also with my arguments. Jagannathan has said so much in details about history of SSE. Just to correct you, that we had 5 venues, okay? And the seed started from China spice. When, yeah. Yeah, sure. You see, I won't go much into details because we are short of time. But mainly I would like to be really grateful that coordinators, all the organizers, they gave me some time to express my thoughts. And these thoughts are based on the responsibility given by Baba as president in those years. And I was really thinking that we were having bhajans at different devotees' places, houses. And then I was praying from inside that Baba, please give us such a place there all of people, anybody wants to come, they can come. And then it happened with China Spice. It started there. And we got it free. No, Bal Vikas, I am coming to that. When we wanted to start at the back of the party hall, we couldn't do it because of the noise and all that. We had to go through Bhajans and so on. Then we moved to that Terrace Avenue 13, the shopkeeper of Sia, they gave their basement, and Prasad must be knowing that we really taught kids over there for 1 year, and then we moved to Sayubain's house. After that, you see, me, Himmindu, and Sai Kiran, we were going through all the church halls and whatever availabilities are there. And in the end, after going to St. Peter's office, one person called Lisa, I still remember her, she really considered us and gave us St. Peter's. And for that, we should all be so grateful, because then it was like a regular classrooms and teachers. Second thing, I want to congratulate our parents. Without parents, children won't be here. Week after week, they would encourage them and bring them to SSE. SSE is a life living learning. Educare, given the word coined by our Sai Ma actually. And when it started, I thought, I read about it, and I thought that when in our center we will have SSE. Shaila Thanawala remembers that we, 2 of us, went to get teachers training also for this in 2000 or something like that. Another thing that, oops. Thank you so much. Especially, I welcome the 12th graduation. It's a very auspicious event today, because I saw Khyati, Aniruddha, they were like 5 years old. toddlers. And then slowly we built up. So, okay, because of the timing, I won't go into details, but I am very emotional actually today. After listening to Khyati and Aniruddha and Maitri, Maitreyi was a chatterbox. I remember her. As a 5 years old, I remember you. And she was asking questions. Next is all the 4 parents. I love you like anything, because this is, from my point of view, it's 2 ideal families where all the members of the family, they are into Baba's fold and into each and every activities like seva, bhajans, anything you name, and they are there. So please give them big round of applause. And I remember I was pestering Himbindu, please take me with you for seva in Newark, right? And we had really good time serving people. That is also thanks to Baba, that he gave us opportunity. Baba always said that if you take 1 step towards me, I will take 100 steps towards you. And that's what happens with SSE also, Seva also. And I must third congratulate all the gurus. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parat Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. So, without gurus, you cannot achieve anything. And academically, okay, education, you will get it. But spiritually, without going through SSC course like this, and I really, I'm telling you the truth, that I have sweet envy. I didn't go through the process of SSC, but I took the training, so I know that it is very, very structured, very, very thoughtful program for all the kids who are taking part. So really, I am very, very happy today after listening to everyone, younger and older, parents and students. I am very, very thankful to them that today we are here to celebrate graduation ceremony. I want to bless Aniruddha and Khyati double because they got graduation certificate today. But whose idea was that to take oath? Last time we didn't. And I like that idea very much. Please give. Yes. So that they can really feel it. You see, they went through the process, but when you are take oath, it is kind of a responsibility on your part how to behave in practical life. So I am very, very, very happy. Only I will finish because I have passed through all this. I don't want to take so much time, but gurus with TLC, tender, loving care and nurturing, they have really given so much, which money cannot do, so much to our students. And that's really very, very appreciable. I will just finish I will end how students can develop their character. And I will give you the Baba's teaching that first and foremost is discipline. In your life, it should be disciplined life. because I have gone through a very disciplined life right from the childhood. I know that for SSE also, discipline is number one. Then, discipline leads to dedication. Dedication on the part of gurus and dedication on the part of students also. So, it works both ways. And of course, parents are also, as a team, we are always working as a team. And unity is divinity. Baba always said that unity is divinity. When you are working as a whole, then you will get good fruits also. Then dedication with determination. You have to have determination. All the kids, and including me too, even at my age, I won't say how old I am, because I always feel so young when I am looking at SSC students. Really, I do. Huh? Okay. Okay. I got it. That's okay. And last two, determination by discrimination. Discrimination is very, very important. So, can you repeat somebody? Which one is the first? Discipline. Second, dedication. Third, fourth, discrimination. And it all combined together is devotion. Really speaking, spiritually, you say to yourself every single day, I did that, okay? I am divine, I am divine, I am divine. Just to say when you get up early in the morning, and you will see how your whole days will pass. So with this, I'll just stop. Otherwise, as a teacher, you go on and on and on to talk about many things. But I'm really, really, first and foremost, grateful to Swami that you brought me into your fold. And I'm grateful to all of you, younger one and older one, because I always feel best teacher. Who is the best teacher? Every single day you are learning from your students. If you have that kind of open mind, then really you become a good teacher. Thank you very much. Sai Ram. Sai Ram. Jor se bolo, Sai Ram. That's it. Thank you.
I'm sorry. All right, here we are almost to the end of today's program. I cannot finish the program without the vote of thanks. I call upon stage with me Rishi and Suresh uncle to join me for the vote of thanks. As everyone has talked about gurus, parents, students, I will just say a few words and I'll literally finish it in 2 minutes because we are really out of time. I was just talking to Vidya when I walked in the room and I was thinking about what am I going to say for vote of thanks. The only emotion that I have in my mind is gratitude. My heart is filled with gratitude. Thank you, Swami. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to work with the SSSE program this past year. I have to thank all the office bearers. Rishi, what can I say about that guy? I'm always speechless when it comes to Rishi, you know, so I'll just straight go to Suresh uncle. So, thank you, Rishi. Rushi for everything, right from altar to the wonderful, the frames that were given to the graduated kids and the oath and whatnot. So, I'll just take the whole 1 hour talking about Rushi. So, yeah, Suresh uncle, thank you so much for everything. He was the one helped us getting the HCC venue where we are holding the SSSE classes, and he was present at the the orientation right from the beginning. Every time a call, Ishwari, you need any help? You want something to do? So they're my pillars. All of you, all my pillars. I can't work without your support. Each one of you, each one of the guru. I wanted to give away the roses right now, but no time, so we'll do it later. Also the gifts, Manarama auntie graciously has sponsored the gifts for all the kids present here. She does it every year, so even this year we have some beautiful gifts for the kids. We'll get it right after Arati. I am incredibly grateful to all the gurus for their commitment throughout the year. It is not easy to look after their own kids and the SSSE kids and the retreat and the drama and the dance and the everything. It's too much. I can imagine it looking at myself. And one more thing that Prasad Bhaiya always points out, all of the SSC gurus currently working in Jersey City are working people. So nobody is, kind of having an extra time on hand. But we have pulled off wonderful things from the beginning of the year, right from Vedam to, Ishwarama Day dances to the retreat play, which was written by our own Prasad Bhaiya, for a big round of applause that he deserves 100%. Am I forgetting anybody? And the kids. We parents, gurus, we can't do anything if the kids don't come for the classes. So thank you so much. Thanks to all the parents. I would like to give a quick example that we have one such parent. They just left because they were going for another program. But because the SSSE classes start at 1 o'clock, the kid had robotics classes from 12 to 1. Those guys leave the house at 11 o'clock Sunday morning, come to HCC, do the robotics class from there, and then in between the two classes have quick lunch in 5 minutes and come for SSSE. That's the incredible commitment that we have got, and program cannot run without the incredible support and commitment by all these people. Sorry, now over to you.
Thank you for giving the opportunity. So first of all, I want to congratulate Khyati and Anirudh graduating from like a 12 years of journey. So congratulations both of you. From your parent perspective, there are no expectations at all, but the no expectations add with a more responsibility now. So whatever you, and like as you go through your next journey of your life, you will have you will be facing a lot of challenge, and over there you will have you will not have your parents to guide you, but you will have a Swami. So whatever you have learned throughout since last 12 years, just continue to visualize, and based on whatever challenge you are facing, just use the remedy and then resolve the problems. Another thing is from the word of thanks perspective, I want to thanks our service coordinator Kamesh, who is doing all the work quietly without anything. So thank you Kamesh and the service team for doing all the things. Nothing can happen without that one. From the devotion perspective, Rushi and Tejas, yeah, thank you for both of you for setting up the altar and everything. So we are able to enjoy all the programs. Thank you. Thank you, Sai Ram.
Sairam, we'll just do our quick announcements now. Even though the SSSE school year is over, for now we have a jam-packed summer for all of us to be having a lot of fun and being engrossed in Swami's glory. So quickly, next Saturday there's Narayan Seva at the Shirdi Sai Temple. We have 99 Bhajan offering on Saturday, June 29th, 2024. Please do sign up to sing Bhajans, bit.ly/JC99Bhajans. Because of the 99 Bhajan on Saturday, June 29th, on Sunday, we will not, on that following Sunday, June 30th, we won't be meeting here. We do have regular program here next Sunday on June 23rd, but on the The following weekend, 29th, we have 99 bhajans, and then 30th, there's no program here. We'll have a regular program on Sunday, July 7th, and then July 13th to the 21st, we have the Atirudra Mahayagna happening at Sarvadharma, in view of which we will not be meeting here for 2 weekends in a row on July 14th and the 21st. Please make a note of that. But we will resume here on Sunday, July 28th. We'll have a delayed Guru Purnima celebration on that day. Next slide, please, Samrat. We have our much look forward to summer picnic on Sunday, August 4th. This is going to be at Liberty State Park, site number 3. We'll send the details and all the directions later on. As such, we won't have a program here on Sunday, August 4th. In August, we will be meeting here on 11th and the 18th. And then we have Janmashtami celebrations. The first is going to be in Shelton, Connecticut. This is open to all Sa young adults. That now includes you, Anirudh and Kathy. So I know you might be moving into college around then, but if you're free, please do let me know, and you guys can join us and all the other young adults as well. This is going to be offered by the Region 1 and 2 young adults at the Shelton Sai Center on Saturday, August 24th. And then for all of us, we have the Janmashtami celebration on Sunday, August 25th here. And then we have a 29-hour Akhanda Bhajan from 2 p.m. on Saturday, August 31st to 7 p.m. on Sunday, September 1st, 2024. So all of you are invited, and please do join in all of these wonderful activities we have planned for the summer. 99 bhajan is from 1:30 p.m. onwards until it'll last around 8:30 p.m. Sairam, everyone. We now pray to Swami to grant us his divine message, and after that we'll conclude with Aarti. Sairam.
You may go anywhere, Bhagavan is with you.
నీకు ఏ విధమైనటువంటి బాధలు వచ్చినా నేను చూసుకుంటాను.
Bhagavan will take care of all your difficulties.
ధైర్యంతో దైవం యొక్క భావమును మీరు అభివృద్ధి పరచుకొని సేవల్లో పాల్గొనండి.
With all the courage and divine thoughts to serve the society.
కొన్ని నష్టములైనా కూడా పర్వాలేదు, మీరు సహించుకొని సేవలు మానుకోకుండా ఉండండి.
You may suffer certain losses but never give up service.
హ్యాపీ హ్యాపీ. ఏది హ్యాపీ?
We say happiness. What is that happiness?
జీవితంలో ఏది హ్యాపీ లేదు.
Nothing is happy in this
అంత
world.
అప్పటికప్పటికి వస్తుంది, అప్పటికప్పటికి అంత పాసింగ్ క్లౌడ్స్.
Things come then and there itself and they pass on.
కానీ పర్మనెంట్ అనేటువంటి హ్యాపీ ఒక దైవత్వంతో మాత్రమే ఉంటుండాలి.
The permanent happiness is with God only.
ఇది హార్ట్ టు హార్ట్, లవ్ టు లవ్.
It is a connection heart to heart, love to love.
ఇదే మీరు పెంచుకోవాలి.
This you should develop.
ఇది మీ యొక్క నిజమైనటువంటి యొక్క భక్తి ప్రపత్తులకు సరైన నిదర్శనము.
This is the true proof of your devotion and sincerity.
స్వామి యొక్క ఆశీర్వాదములు అమితంగా ఉంటున్నాయి. మీరు సుఖంగా, శాంతిగా, ఆనందంగా భక్తి ప్రపత్తులతో జీవించి దేశానికి సరైనటువంటి యొక్క సేవలు చేయాలని నేను ఆశిస్తూ ఆశీర్వదిస్తూ నా ప్రసంగాన్ని వివరిస్తున్నాను.
You have Bhagavan's blessings in abundance. Bhagavan wants you to lead a peaceful, happy, blissful life and grow in sincerity, devotion and steadfastness, and brings his divine discourse to a close.
Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. 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 Satyam Brahma. Jnanam
ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म सत्यं ब्रह्म ज्ञानं ब्रह्म अनन्तं ब्रह्म
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वर ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा पर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवं मरियन्तयुनीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयुनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नारेन्द्राशयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगलारती अंधको मंगलारती अंधको मंगलगिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय
परमं पवित्रं
बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानं बाबा विभूतिं इदमाश्रयामि लीला विभूतिं इदमाश्रयामि miraculous Baba's creation flowing from his blessed hands, holy creation, granting us the greatest wealth, God's
divine protection. Be love with Baba, grant us liberation. Be love with Baba, grant us liberation. Love with God, the Elamon, brotan de tu palma, como el brillo del sol, ilumina el alma, siempre dando a la vida nuevas esperanzas. Brindanos tu gracia, Dios de Sai Baba. Brindanos tu gracia, Dios de Sai Baba. ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महवे ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्मसमाधिना अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
Sairam, before we disperse, do we have any newcomers to the center today? If you could introduce yourself.
Sairam everyone. My name is Sashank. I go to grad school at Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh, and I'm here in New York City for the next 3 months for an internship. So I used to regularly go to Bhajans at Pittsburgh, and I was looking for a center which meets offline every week here, and after some effort I finally found the center. So hopefully I'll come for the next one.
Welcome.
Sairam.
Welcome.
शांति शांति शांति. जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय.
Sairam everyone. There is 2-go prasadam available. Please do receive the prasadam upon exit of the building. Sairam.